It is kind of spicy. Yeah, them Sofritos. Yeah, my girl put me on to that. He's stupid.
Esta canción es para que se la dediques hoy a tu mamá. Dice. Ay, ojalá que...
Yeah, John Wick was dope. Yep. Yeah, my man, it was dope. Oh, you she about to tell you the end? Oh, oh, you never seen the end of three? Oh, good. Oh, you playing them? Mm. Yeah, he might be. Yeah, I ain't never seen him no Ofa, no Ofa ever.
No way I did this with a 5'5" receiver. Come on, bud. Stop playing with me, bud. Stop playing with me, bud. Why do you... I'm him. I am him. I am him. I am him. I am him. Stop playing with me, bud. No way I did this with a 5'5" receiver.
Mm. Mm.
Come on, bud.
Very slow.
Stop playing with me, bud. I love you. I'm in love with you. You're the love. Oh, my
So, so the Biden wife, she want Iowa and LSU to go into the White House. Biden's wife. Oh no, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Make a play.
Hey, come back.
Yeah, it's red zone threat, man. I should have peeked it, bro.
I mean, this.
Don't press my receivers. Don't press my receivers. What's wrong with him? He trying to press flag stat? You can't press flags.
Milo, get your ass up out of there. You went outside to go pee. You chasing birds and shit. If he catch one, he probably will. Ooh. Ooh. Man, dude, in this league, I got uh Tampa Bay Buccaneers White going crazy, leading in everything. He cannot get a trade game. I'm like, "Nigga, what? Nah, in this other league, yeah. The Bucks running back, nigga, I'm 200 yard games here, 3 times. I'm like, man, killing. Will not get a trade game. I'm like, what the hell? I believe we have mourning doves on our patio roof. Please keep them safe. Nah, I'm waiting for him. He said his brother just came. He's about to leave in a second. Get up out of there, boy. I'm watching you. Why would you send if I sent it to you already? Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Y'all caught, y'all caught up on the. Hey, get up out of there. So I want your ass out here. Here, come get this big ass bone. Here.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Here we go.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
The Jaguars at 7-2 here on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's so weak.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be...
And the ball is knocked out, and the Texans scoop it.
Punch that out.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mills. He's got it to Collins, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Edwards. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, Mills dumps it off to Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. To throw, Mills. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this one is right through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all. Try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. And it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to his caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Mills' throw taken in by Collins. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Antonio Gibson with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
What's up, Smooth?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA's. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh, that's my
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
That's my fault.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. And it's starting at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to him and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Bro, watch this. Watch what just happened. Just watch.
They made a nice effort to stick
Why?
him with the
Like,
for that
this
play,
so
but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing
It
the
did
ball.
not hit him up
Should
3
be an
times
entertaining battle
to get a
anytime he
yard.
tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Oh.
On third down, Lawrence. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Christian Harris in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So Charles on the board after that.
Why did he hit 3
drives,
times to
3
go up?
points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3
I mean,
now.
like, I think the last you seen was different, but it's like, I can tell there's it's kind of slow, like kind of, it don't feel normal.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Mills. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On play action, Lawrence. On the run, he'll let it go deep.
Why would
Right
Peachy come up?
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Edwards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Play fake, Mills. to his left. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Eating that bone beef.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mills. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Play action now. Mills.
Bro.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL with interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands position, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
It's so fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Derek Stingley picks it. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A first down throw for Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that?
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaul. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game. So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something's off with that one.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Mills now. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
No gain on the play there, and it will bring up 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is You actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
That's
the Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Watch this.
Interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Yeah.
Edwards, touchdown, Houston. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Yeah.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play. My goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Oh, after the,
and to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally.
Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They go play action now. Lawrence. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. In motion, the tight end. on 1st and 10. It's Etienne.
Wow.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Lawrence on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Noah Gray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. McManus's point after is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it up. And all deep in his own territory.
I knew something like that was
football.
going to happen.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. Because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. On 2nd and a couple. Mills. That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the 16, Lawrence. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. And they'll run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On the handoff, Edwards. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play.
And he will score. It's a touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Stop it. He the one that told us to get it. Well, send it. Because it's your fault I got it. Yes, it is. That boy said, man, get that, man. This is dope. Man. Go, we don't want to what?